Hey guys, Sure Shot Midget here. I'm doing a video talking about gas black rifles for training, and just their purpose overall. Now, in my opinion, gas black rifles can be used for things other than training. To be honest, fielding them. I field these gas black rifles. I love it. It's such, it's so different. You get recoil, you get action, you get the reloads of a real gun. You get that realism. I mean, I play airsoft or milsim, military simulation. I mean, I'm trying to simulate milsim, basically, the military. Sorry, that's what milsim is. So I want the most realism possible. So these gas black rifles give that realism, and pistols. And a lot of people use gas black pistols. Mainly, the majority of people that use pistols, they're gas blowbacks, because they tend to be the most reliable and the most common, because like AEPs, like the electric pistols, aren't very common, and they don't give you any feedback whatsoever. No recoil, nothing. And it's not very satisfying to sit there and shoot an electric pistol that, like, no recoil whatsoever. It's less satisfying shooting a pistol with no recoil than a rifle with no recoil, in my opinion. That's just how I feel. Although, I mean, that would, high-speed AEPs, I've seen people get high-speed AEPs up to 30 rounds a second and shooting low FPS, like a standard AEP FPS, but I've seen people wire them to, like, 11-1 LiPos and put in, like, MOSFET systems inside of them so the trigger contacts don't burn out, and running the 11-1s at 30 rounds a second. I've seen them before. I don't know very much about them, but anyways, so I have two gas black rifles here. I have a third one upstairs that I'm working on. It's not done yet. I have parts coming. They should have been here 2 days ago, but the stupid Canadian mail sucks. They just suck. They misplaced the package, so that wasted 4 days, and then it was due to get here yesterday. That would have been 4 days, but it didn't, and it didn't get here today, and on the tracking, it's all the way across the freaking country. Like, it came through the border, not even on the side of the country that I'm on, which I think is kind of stupid. So I don't even know when I'll get it. But anyways, so these two rifles I'll shoot. I have some pistols too, 2 pistols here I'll shoot quickly. But gas black rifles, like I said, are good for training with the reloads. Also for fielding, it's nice. Now there actually is, using gas blacks is kind of a disadvantage. You have a certain amount of ammo, certain amount of things, but you can do upgrades to compete with other guns. Like the range on these guns and my M16, all 3 of my gas rifles are really, really good, and they can compete with AEGs or Polar Stars. Just like the range, I can hit people at that range. I don't have as much ammo, but that's the only issue that I can see that would ever cause me to kind of be like, I'm going to take the AEG out, is the firepower, like the amount of ammo I can get down range, which, I mean, with the gas blowback, the amount of ammo you can get down range is more realistic. And there are gas black only games. They do a lot of that in Florida and California for sure. I'm friends with some people on WeTech pages, and they're always doing gas blowback only games, and I think that'd just be sick. But up here where I live, it's all the way on the other side of the country, and it's horrible. Nobody uses gas black rifles, and whenever I see them, I've seen like a few people use WeTechs, but most of the time it's like LM4s, because people are so obsessed with LM4s. They were so obsessed back last summer. I saw a few out in the field, but it's just died off where people have been like, kind of realized that the gun is nothing special. And this 2-piece upper receiver, what good idea is having an upper receiver be 2 pieces when there's so much recoil like that? That's just a bad idea. So I'm going to shoot some pistols here, just to show you. I mean, most of you guys have seen action on pistols, the action that they make. Now, it's pretty realistic. As far as the magazine dropping out of the gun, there's no springy action like the real thing. But there is a lot of weight to the magazine, so you kind of have to get used to the weight type thing. So, like, even when you're out of ammo with a real pistol, all the rounds are gone, so obviously the mag is going to weigh like half it did when it was full. And gas mags are going to weigh the same when you put them in as you take them out, pretty much. It's not going to be noticeable, the BBs, the weight of the BBs. So, but they are, I mean, you hit the magazine catch, it drops with the weight. You could do a tactical reload type thing. gas blowback magazines do get expensive. They're more expensive than real gun mags, at least as far as M9s, because I've seen these M9 mags you can get for $15. They're like military surplus ones at the Army surplus store, but these gas blowback mags are $25 are the cheapest gas blowback mags you can get, and those are like WeTechs. And I mean, I like WeTech. Don't get me wrong, I love them. I actually prefer them over any other gas blowback company. I do like KJW pistols though. KJW pistols are nice, and this is KJW. So let me go ahead and just shoot a few rounds. Funny thing, I am a righty, but this gun is so dang comfortable that like a lot of times I want to shoot with my left hand. It's so odd. I don't know. So we'll go ahead and shoot here really quickly. Oh, you can tell it's running out of CO2. Go ahead and finish it off. There you go. Locks back when it's empty. I mean, it did even when it was almost out of gas. Now it's completely out. This gun's not very gas efficient, but man, this thing shoots hard. Shoots 390 to 400 feet per second with .2s. It is crazy. Alright, so WeTech P226. This is on propane. It's like 65 in this basement. Shot well. My propane tank's almost out as well. I love this pistol, I really do. All stock parts, KJW lower, but the slide is all WeTech stuff. Okay, gas blowback rifle. Let's shoot a few shots out of this, and then we'll use that same mag for the PDW. So this is my ACR by WeTech. I did do some modifications in the back with the spring, so the bolt returns and it just gives off much more recoil, and it's loud. Can't really see where it's shooting. I purposely did the bolt lock, so I'll shoot the rest of the magazine with the PDW, but there you go. Chamber's clear. You only have two options with gas blowback ACRs. Most of the time people aren't going to train with these type of things unless you're like, you know, disaster, like preparing for a disaster type thing, just reload training. But most of the time you're going to use an AR if you're practicing for military, like you're going in or you are in, or you get out and you kind of just want to keep up the tactics type thing. Or you're just an airsofter and you just want to be efficient on the field, which is probably what most of you guys are. So then the PDW, same mag. These are .28s. Normally I use 2.5s in this and 30s in that. Let's go ahead and shoot this. This one doesn't give as much recoil. That one gives a lot of recoil. My M16 does too. This one doesn't. It's just it cycles fast. Lock back every time. See, it locks back when it's empty. My ACR is the only gun that does not do that. But all you have to do is push it up and fire it once, and it'll lock back. Maybe it will. Let me go and try. I don't know if I... Let's try it. You can tell it's trying to, but it can't. So that gun does not lock back. But all I have to do is just push it up with my thumb from this side, the bolt lock, and pull the trigger. Locks back. Then I go to switch. Or I can just rack it when it's in the forward position like this. Alright. That's it. That's all the shooting for this video. My M16, I ordered new bolt carrier. I got my bucking in. I put the bucking in. I sighted it in for 200-ish feet. And it was pretty dang good, but I'm still waiting for that bolt to get here so I can shoot it some more, because I only put like 40-50 rounds through it, and it seemed like it was shooting pretty good. But my old carrier, bolt carrier that I have is really crappy, and it's not functioning very well. So I can't wait till I get that new carrier to pop that thing in here and my rifle and just use it. So yeah. Hope you enjoyed the video. You know, again, as far as gas blowbacks, they're great for training, and they are great for fielding if you want something other than AEGs. I mean, there's no other feeling than racking a gun. Like, racking a gun like that. I mean, you do that, like, on the field, when you go into a game, you rack at people, it turns heads, and it really does. It's happened to me before. Like, people hear that rack, and it's just like, what? Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much what it's like. I mean, it's so satisfying, and it's so smooth. Oh, beautiful. I mean, I feel like I have a real PDW right here, even though, heck, I don't. But I feel like I do. I really do. Just like a copy of the PDW